Before I show you guys this new truck, we need to head behind the workbench to the secret drawer. Nope, not that one. This one, with all the castle gear, we need some brushless power. And it's going in this, the CEN Racing Sicario, part of their DL series of custom four-wheel drive trucks. And this one's for the Chevy crowd, although it's not licensed. Let's get it out of the box so we can take a closer look. So it looks like a 1960s Chevy crew cab, but there isn't any licensing. These guys did a pretty good job on the rig, although it still has body clips on top. The bed looks extremely long, but I guess in the world of custom trucks, this could fit right in. What is licensed are these oversized KG1 forged wheels wrapped in Fury Country Hunter tires. And check out the rear, we got a dually setup. So what do you guys think of the overall look? Let me know in the comments section below. From my perspective, I think they did a good job. I really like how CEN has progressed over the years in the styling of their bodies. I remember some of their very first releases from the first owner. We won't talk about those. But this one does look very cool. I like the amount of chrome that we have on it. I like that it has LED headlights. The colors certainly pop. They have two different colors for it. There's also gunmetal available. Kind of wish that they got rid of those body posts in this kit. I mean, they were molding up a new body. Couldn't they figure out a way to do that? And I do wish that they gave us an interior. Now let's take a look at the chassis. This is a stretch scale truck chassis. It's got stamped metal frame rails, the extension pieces in the center here. You got your usual battery box in the rear, cross braces throughout. I do like that the shock hoops also stamped metal. And overall, the quality does look good. There's not many other trucks within this category, this specific category to compare it against, but it does look well built for its intended use, which is, I guess, really just driving around the street or dirt lots. Let's take a look at the suspension. I actually like the large bore shocks on this. Aluminum bodies, oil filled from the factory, even threaded, and same in the rear. Then we've got a torsion bar style setup front and rear. Got metal links throughout. Even the steering links are metal, so this is a pretty good setup. Can't see anything really failing on it. Actually, let's check out the bump steer. Do we have any bump steer? No, not really. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Into the driveline. So here's your center transmission. It does have a slipper clutch and it's got metal gears on the inside, so it's looking good so far, but I wish it kind of had a 2-speed, especially since we've got a brush motor from the factory. That would have just helped the speed factor out a bit on this, but check out the rest of the driveline. So we've got this dog bone going down to a center bearing carrier, then scale looking axles front and rear, and they do have open diffs as well, both front and rear. So metal gears on the inside, ball bearings. I mean, again, just looking at it from the intended use is going to be fine for driving around on the road. No universals up front, so we're gonna have to knock it off a few points for that. And that leaves us with the electronics. So it comes with the AMP30 CEN radio system. This is a 2.4 gig. It does have digital trims, does feel a little plasticky, but at least it does have a rubber steering wheel. Servo, at least it has a metal output shaft from what I could see. There's a servo saver on that, by the way. So does have a hobby wing, and these are, you know, your average ready to run speed controller. Does have a T-plug, so that's decent. And then it's powering this 550 size motor, 17,000 RPM on that. And the receiver's tucked away in a water resistant receiver box, so that's pretty good. But it is a brush motor system, and that's why I pulled out that castle, because I've seen this system before, I've seen it perform, and this truck really needs a bit more power. So that's why I wish maybe I had that 2-speed or even a basic brushless system, because, you know, you're gonna get tired of this pretty quick, and the rest of the radio system should work out just fine. This is the last of the stuff that you get in the box. You get a bunch of decals, instruction manuals, some basic tools, and a manual for the radio system. Now I gotta go throw that castle in here because I just can't drive this thing with the stock motor. We're gonna get some power in it and we're gonna go out for a rip. So guys, this isn't one of my normal videos where I show you how the truck performs right out of the box. Obviously, we threw a brushless system in there, and typically I would have taken this to a spot where we could have some scale fun with it, but I've already driven the DL series. There's a bunch of videos on the channel that you can see how this platform works. I wanted to do something fun, and we're hitting the skate park. Here we go, gonna drop in. And I broke the front hitch. We didn't need that. So what I was about to say was, time to hit these quarter pipes and just have some fun. Oh man, look how high that thing got over the mound. Oh, ouch. That's not my first roll, by the way. You know what though? Those mirrors are holding up. So I'll give them credit for that. It's not supposed to jump, but I'm jumping it. Why not? Again, this is fun time for me. So I actually had to switch up the radio system too. It wasn't talking to the factory radio, wasn't talking to that castle really well. So I switched things up. Again, we're having fun here. I also locked out the rear end. So what you can do if you want to lock out your differentials, all you gotta do is flip gears on each side and it's ready to go. It locks out the diffs nice and easy. Look at this thing though. It's not supposed to be doing any of this stuff, and it's looking pretty awesome actually. Oh, another crash. Oh, there goes that body. It looked cool for a minute, right? It's the Sicario. It's a hitman apparently. I don't know who was watching TV when they named it. I guess there's some movie about it, but maybe that's where the name came from. What do you think of the name, guys? Should I be testing this here? I don't know. Why not? Why not just have fun with an RC the way I want to? Honestly, this is the most fun I had with this platform. It was neat driving the DL series, right? Like the 450, driving around scale. It looks good, pull a trailer behind it. But this is pretty cool. Now we gotta get into the fun stuff. Let's go. So it still has the stock steering servo, and it actually works fairly well for what I'm doing. Fun with that rear diff lock. I could just bust some donuts, dualies, little dually tracks left behind. And this isn't full power. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So this is running on 2S. It's a 6900 kV motor. So I thought 2S would be just fine for this platform with that type of motor. Look at that. I think that's the perfect speed. And I went up 2 teeth on the pinion. So actually I made a bunch of changes to this, but now it's fun. Like if you're getting this for scale, I think it's gonna be just fine. Like I said, go check out the other videos. But you know what, afterwards, have a blast with it. There we go, into the Dome of Doom. There it is. Oh man, it looks so cool going through there. I don't know if I'm just driving well or it handles this well. I mean, for a scale truck all lifted up with dualies on the rear, I haven't crashed it that much with all the extra power. Whoa, man. I say that a lot here. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. So CEN has a lot of option parts for this, a lot of aluminum stuff. And it's for those that want to customize their rigs. At least there's option parts out there. That's pretty awesome. Should we do a little side hilling? Side hill. That was awesome. Why haven't I done that before? We gotta do it again. That's awesome. That's killer. For anybody that says you can't have fun with one of those trucks, wrong. Look at this. This is proof that these are a blast, not just scale. All right, we'll wrap this up with a big send. Are you guys ready? Dually truck power. What do you think? Should I send it out of the skate park? No, I think this has been sufficiently durability tested. We got some scratches on the roof. The mirrors are still on. I broke that front hitch. I think this is a great little truck. Not little, it's a long truck. Yeah. Donuts up, and we'll end it like that. So I veered off from my normal drive it straight out of the box routine because I knew this chassis was gonna need a little bit more power to be fun, and I was right. I mean, it was a blast there at the skate park. The truck looks super cool. It put up with a ton of abuse. It wasn't just driving around all scale like getting some air with this thing, just doing donuts by locking up the rear end. So much fun. I mean, so I think these trucks are capable of being more than just scale trucks, as long as you're not worried about scratching up the body. And it's got some dings and scratches. I'm surprised that the mirrors are still on it, but it was a fun truck overall, and it's something different. I mean, that's the thing. There's not a lot of trucks out there like this, and I think, you know, old school Chevy fans are gonna like this Chevy style truck, and I'm surprised with what it put up with. I mean, I went over the truck, I didn't bend any links or those center drive shafts or anything. The only broken part was that front hitch, and it didn't really need that anyway. And the gearing put up with that extra power, but it gave it the little extra punch that I think this truck deserves. Now the price on it, $399.99, which is kind of on the higher side of the scale trucks that are out there, trucks that are licensed. However, this is a different truck than those. I mean, you're not gonna find much else like it out there. And so for that, maybe you're gonna pay a bit of a premium if you gotta have this rig. I'll have a link for it in the video description below.